Wow, what a gloriously beautiful sunny day we have today after a week of really rubbish autumnal weather in summer. Can you believe it? But today's video about self-reliance is coming to you from an angle of problem solving and using what you've got. That's what we do. You know that by now. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Cindy. Hubby and myself live in a suburban house in social housing, and we decided we want our dream of a small holding that we would never ever have financially. Those kind of things just don't happen to us, and we're not going to be able, even if we had the money to do that now, we wouldn't be able to physically handle the land we always dreamed of. And over the years we've discovered, in fact, we do have our own little space that we could do the best we can with what we have, and we could make it more like the good life. So here on our suburban homestead, so to speak, we make do, we craft, we grow our own food as far as we can, we make a garden and a home, and everything we do is around making do and doing the best with what we've got and making the most of it and being grateful for it and sharing it with you, of course. So here we are. And what is our latest self-reliance project that ties in together with solving a problem and providing our family, making the most of what we've got and finding frugal solutions? As you know, I've been telling you about the bed we needed to make, and we've done it. But first, let me explain before I show you that. We went to a number of charity shops, and we checked Facebook Marketplace. We checked, what else did we check? We asked around. We checked our local like Argos shops, and every single bed we could find was either not appropriate or way too expensive. The cheapest bed we could find, brand new, was over £100, but we didn't want to go for those under £100 because literally they would fall apart in a year, and they are no good. They're just really badly made. So all the cheapest ones we could find new were over £150 and more, and that's just for a rubbish one. And then we went to the charity shops, or the thrift stores as some people call it in other countries, the second-hand shops, and even there the cheapest beds were over 130 odd pounds, and they were just plain old beds, and they looked like they were made from chipboard or MDF anyway, so they wouldn't help to do what we wanted to do. So what do we do in that situation? You make one. So we went and priced the wood from a very small the main dealers, the main timber merchants are very expensive. So we know of a local one in Cardiff down Farmville Lane, in between at the back of the houses. There's a small timber merchant where we usually get our wood from, and they're very good. But even from there, the price of wood the way it is now, it would have worked out for just the wood to make a bed from scratch, plus the screws would have been around £240. So that would be even more expensive with the price of wood than buying a new bed. So scratch that. On Facebook Marketplace we found somebody had posted 2 pine single beds, not bunk beds, single beds, but we knew we could alter it and make it into a 4-post bed, and it was for free. And it had only just been posted within an hour, so 50 odd minutes it had been posted. We contacted the lady and it was already gone, and that would have been free. So that was the best option. The best option was gone. So what do we do? Okay, with racking my brain on what to do, I said to my husband, okay, let's go to IKEA. In the corner of IKEA, they've got, by the tills, they've got this return section, a section where people return either damaged or shop soiled or some something wrong with it, or they don't want it anymore. They bring it back to the store, they put things together, and they put it in really perfect condition to sell it. And there we found exactly what we needed: a single bed, wooden frame. It's only a short little frame, literally like that, because it's on the ground. Apart from the mattress actually being on the floor itself, it's just got this wooden bed frame, and it's literally that high. It was part of a double one, like, you know, the headboards I showed you. It was one of those, and obviously the one bed was no good, so they assembled everything to make one and just sold it as a half, and we paid £30 for that. So it's a proper made bed base. Then all we had to buy was wood for posts and planks for the horizontals to stabilize it, and then we had the headboards from the other pine bed. So my son came to help, and we assembled the bed, and then put the mattress on, put bedding on. Really happy with it. It came out really sturdy, solid, and actually was better than we expected it to be. And plus buying a few screws, because we used what we had. Cup hooks I already had. What else did we already have? All the headboards. So yeah, that was what we had, and we just made do with what we could find. And in the end, it came to, how much was it? I can't remember. I'll put it in the corner on the video. So for under £100 and make do, doing what we could with what we had, we made a brand new bed. That is the make do 4-poster bed, which in future time will become a closet bed. Yeah, what we had to do was I showed you the four headboards we had from the two small beds that fit on top of each other, and then you take them off and put them next to each other when you have sleepovers. Then there's the 4 posts made from 2 4.2 meter lengths of 2x4, and we bought 1 4.2 meter length of the 1x4s. That was the only new wood we bought. And the bed base, which is resting on top of the headboards from the other bed, because it's narrower, so it went between the posts, resting on there, and is screwed to the posts. As you can see underneath, they're screwed to the post. I've got hooks up on there ready for the fairy lights. When we can afford more wood, I'm going to put a solid end that side, a solid end that side, and a solid base across this height to use as a storage section above. And then there'll be boxes for underneath the bed as well. And that's what it looks like with the bed made. And then after that, I took a couple of duvet covers, found out the most colorful and bright old sheets that I had, and started cutting strips that I will sew together next week. But for now, for demonstration purposes, I have draped them where they're going to go in the curtain lengths, and just to demonstrate and show you, give you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. So this is the general idea. As I told you, I was using all the colors of that duvet cover, and there's orange, pinks, greens, blues, a whole lot, and I made strips of fabric. 2 of them I dyed. I bought some fabric dye for this. I would have liked it to be as bright as that, but the dye I bought was not enough for the amount of fabric, so I might have to get more and do it again. But so duvet cover, cut up, dyed by hand, because it was cheaper to buy the small pouch, and it was an accident. I thought I was buying the one that you just stick in the washing machine, but it was hand washed. That took 2 hours to do just 2 duvets, to dye it by hand. We have got an old curtain pole that we already had, so that was make do, and then the fairy lights we already had, that was make do, and hopefully when the grandchildren see it, they will absolutely love it. So next week is when I will sew the curtains and make them properly, hang them properly, because I haven't got curtain tape. I've still got to get some of that. So I will get curtain tapes, because I do actually, these curtain rings were a bargain. I found them in a reduced section. I can't remember what store. It could have been Dunelm years ago, and there was a pack of 6 there were 6 in each pack, and I bought 4 packs for 25 pence each, and I knew I would use them one day, and now I have. I'm glad I found 25 pence packs of curtain rings all those years ago, and it's solid metal, so happy. Oh, and of course make do for now, walk-in stick ends for the ends of the curtain poles until we can make a proper end. Hubby is going to turn me some on the lathe. So there you go. Make do, mend, repair, create, craft, and be imaginative. Done and dusted, and I can't wait to see the grandchildren's faces. Of course, they'll like it even more when the curtains are sewn properly and everything's finished. But until then, I mean, I will eventually make wall hangings to hang on the inside there, and I will make a patchwork to match the curtains to go in on the bed, and curtains for the window and the cupboards behind me. So there you go. And also I'm going to make a wooden frame for the inside of that card. It's a very thick cardboard toy box, but I'm going to make a wooden frame for the inside of it and cover it in fabric. So I'll show you when I do that eventually. I'm going to love you and leave you for this week with that and my cold drink bottle light shade, and I shall speak to you next week, which will be a garden week. Until then, hope you have a lovely week. Take care, enjoy whatever weather's thrown at you, and make do with whatever you can. Take care, bye-bye.